In the battles with the passion of lust, there are several strategies and ways we need to think if our battle is to be successful. We need to reflect on ourselves, what we're really feeling, what we're allowing to grow within us, and what we're doing. People will excuse their lust, their passion, by blaming the women they see in the street. Oh, they wear clothes that are so different from the past. They dress inappropriately. It's the summertime, look how they're dressing. Do we not hear in this excuse the voice of Adam when he said, "The woman that you gave me, she led me to sin"? We must take responsibility for our lust, for our passion, for the things that we do. We cannot go blaming others. When we confess, we're told never to confess the sins of others. It is always our own sins that we confess. So what kind of confession is this when we say, "But it's their fault, look how they dress"? And we must ask ourselves, if my mother, my sister, my daughter were to dress in this way, would it evoke these kinds of passions within me? And of course not. Why then? Because already we feel differently towards these women than the women toward whom we are allowing lust and passion to overcome us. Why? Because we love these people. We love these people, truly our sisters, our mothers, our daughters. We already carry in our hearts love for them. When we allow lust to overcome us towards some stranger, or even somebody we know, it is a lack of love in our hearts. We must recognize it is a complete lack of love to turn somebody into the object of our lust. We must repent of this and recognize that our hearts are unloving. We need to change how we feel towards everyone, how our hearts are experiencing other people. Is it love that we are allowing to grow within us? Is it the love of Christ? Or is it something more, something different? Are we feeding this lust and this passion? Nowadays, of course, many young men feel they are trapped by pornography. It's so available, and pornography, as a number of recent fathers have said, is the iconography of the devil. It is evil, and it fuels evil within us. It fuels the passions, it fuels lust. It reduces all women in our mind and our heart to something that gratifies our feelings. It reduces women in this way. Human beings, made in the image of God, are then reduced to something that will satisfy our desires. Again, this is evil. Isaac the Syrian says to us, "Whoever does not voluntarily withdraw himself from the sources of temptation will involuntarily become the slave of sin, will be captured and taken away by sin," he says. So let us look at what Saint Isaac the Syrian is saying here. If we do not voluntarily choose to deny ourselves, to turn away from those things we know stir up the passions within us, then involuntarily, against our choice, we will be dragged away by sin. We will become slaves of sin. We will be captured. We will become servants of evil. We will find ourselves incapable of resisting sin because we will become the slaves of sin. So we must first, as with all temptations which must be cut off at the root before they begin to grow, voluntarily choose to deny ourselves and reject those things that fuel temptation.